Hello, this is Gina and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be creating some tags, and the point of this video is really going to be a focus on texture. How to add texture to your project. As you can see, I have 3 examples and I'll bring it in for a closer look. One, I used a stencil and modeling paste along with some ink sprays to color. This one I used, I believe it's medical tape, which is great because it's actually a cloth and really gives fantastic texture. You can see there. And I used, I believe, some eyeliner pencil and some, what do you call it, the water-soluble oil pastels. And this one, I just used plain masking tape and also some of the water-soluble oil pastels. This, you can see the texture. It's not as noticeable as the one with the cloth, but still I think it has a really interesting look. Now I want to recreate these. I may not recreate this one because, well, it's very similar. They're both tapes. I will do this one because it just has a much more dramatic effect. And for the third one, I will probably do something else, perhaps some lace or something else I can think of. But anyway, I wanted to show you these, and let's get started. Okay, for our first tag, I'm going to be using a stencil from Vicky Boughton, and I thought this was really pretty and interesting, and I thought it would look great on a tag. So I'm going to also use the Liquitex modeling paste. You know, I had been using modeling paste that I made, and the last bit I did not put in a airtight container and it all dried up. So I went ahead and got some. This one, actually, when one of the stores was going out of business, I believe, I can't think of the name of it right now, but I got it for a great price because this size is actually quite expensive normally, but it was half off, so I thought I might as well take advantage of that. Okay. Go, and let's see. I like this. It's got the full one, but it has lots of little little half ones, and I think that might come in handy. Let's see. Although we might be able to just continue to use this one. Let's see here. Something like this. I have to say, it was a struggle to get myself in a creative mentality. There's so much going on in our world with this virus, and to be honest, it's scary stuff. And if you're in this country, which is the United States of America, you know that there's a lot of misinformation and confusion about how best to address this, and to be quite honest, it's very scary. So it can be really difficult to to kind of focus on something like this, which it's really needed. I mean, it really is needed. You can't just focus on you know, this pandemic. It's scary, and people need to, you know, pay attention and be informed, but the need to give yourself just a mental break can't be overstated. It's so important, but it can be difficult to let your mind relax enough to get to that point where you can create. And so that's truthfully been a struggle for me, but I'm doing my best because I need it. So if you need it, go grab your supplies and join me And let's see if we can't create something beautiful. We can always try. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to dry this quickly and be right back to you. Okay, back to you. It's dry. I'm going to cover it with a little bit of gesso. Now I use the heavy white gesso, which actually can also be used as like a modeling paste with your stencil, although I chose to use an actual modeling paste today. But that's what's great about this really thick one, is that you can use it for more than just gessoing your project. And we gesso just to make sure that all of our everything on our project will accept color. And it doesn't matter what color, whether you're using any kind of crayon, any kind of watercolor, acrylic paint, it doesn't matter. This prepares the surface and makes it ready to accept whatever you might put on it. Fortunately, modeling paste dries pretty quickly as well. So it takes just a quick shot of the heat gun or just to let it sit briefly, and it dries, it'll dry right up. It takes a second just to get in all of these little grooves. But we'll do our best. I mean, you know, it may not be perfect, but that's okay. It mostly will have it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give this I'm going to hit this with a heat gun and be right back. Okay, I'm back to you now. I have pulled out some Lindy's Starburst sprays, and I thought we would use these to color this tag. I've got Tibetan Poppy Teal, Red Hot Poker Orange, and also Shabby Turbine Teal. So let's just have a go and see what we get. This is the Shabby Turbine Teal. We'll do that first. And instead of spraying, just to have a little bit more control, I'm just going to use it as a dropper. Put a little bit on like so. Okay. Carefully, we don't want to dump it out. Okay, and now I'm going to grab my water, a water bottle, and we'll give it a spray. There, just to help it move. This is such a fun way to use your ink sprays rather than spraying. When you spray, you have such a little control, and this really allows you to have much more control over where the ink actually goes. There, it's very pale, but it's really pretty. Let's go now with some of the Red Hot Poker Orange. Okay. Let's see. Oh, pick it up. Okay. Ooh, this is really going. I think it already has a little bit of water on it. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if we can't, there we go, get it to come down a little bit more. Sorry, I know it's hard for you to see when I'm holding it straight up, but I'm trying to help it get down toward the bottom. Okay. Isn't that nice? I think I want a little bit more of this to go down into the bottom layer. There. A little bit more. Let me get it to spread out a little bit more. There we go. And let's try the Tibetan Poppy Teal. Just a touch. Let's see how that looks. Let's try a little bit in this corner, see what happens. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That color is a little more vivid, even once you add water to it, than the shabby turbine teal. That's really nice. Okay, let me dry that. All right, and there we go. This is our first tag. I love how that turned out. Adding texture is just a great way to start your project, especially in mixed media. You like to add layers, and that's really a key part of mixed media is adding layers, and you certainly want to include texture. And it's generally an early layer. Not always, but it can be. All right, that's tag number 1. All right, tag number 2, I'm going to be using this medical tape, and it's really, really strong, and so it's really sticky, so it's going to take me a little while to pull everything off. So this part will probably be sped up. But once I get everything taped down, then I will come back to you and we will start adding our color. Okay, back to you. Just trying to flatten down all of my layers. As you can see, there are lots of layers here. Let me go ahead and finish cleaning off the edges. Just a little bit. I had to switch. These scissors just need to be sharpened, I guess. It was making an already kind of difficult process even more difficult. So these little ones seem to be much sharper. So make sure if you're using this medical tape or anything that's fibrous like this, then you need to make sure you have sharp scissors. Make your life easier. Okay, so here we go. So I have grabbed some of the pastels, the water-soluble pastels from Prima Marketing. And here is what it looks like. Oh, sorry, it was a little too close. And let's see if I know what colors these are. It's getting to where it's really hard to read. This one's salmon pink. I can see that one. This one says dark gray, although to me it really kind of has more of a green look. And this one, oh, let's see. I believe this one is dark brown. So let's just see where we can go with these colors. I want to start with the darker one. You know what? No, I think I want to start with this, well, dark gray. We'll see what color it really is. Let's see. I think I'll go maybe all of the horizontal parts, maybe in this color. Now, just use my finger just just to rub it in. You can continue like this, just with your finger, or you can add a tiny bit of water, and that helps it to move around just a little bit. I mean, it's just, you can see, it's just damp. That helps it to spread just a little bit. You can make it wet or you cannot make it wet. You can also do this with a brush as well. You don't have to use your finger, but if you've watched my videos, you know I use my fingers a lot. Okay, so let's I think be done with this one. Oh, missed one. For now, let's bring in another color. I kind of want to see what the salmon pink is like. Ooh, okay. Let me add some water to that. Okay. All right. It's not too bad. I'll add a little bit more here and there along the vertical lines beside the tape. We'll see how that does. Oops. Sorry, I know I let that drop. I know that's going to be really loud. Let's see if I can't minimize that in post-production. Let's see, a little bit here. All right. What's left? I've got the brown. I have a few horizontal lines. Let's start there, and we'll see. My finger's still kind of wet, as is the my surface. I've used water several times, so the tape is kind of getting wet, which helps it a little bit. Any more? That's not exactly, well, that is a little bit. Now you could also pick a color maybe to just color complete swatches. You know, every little, you know, pieces, certain pieces of tape, you could do different colors. That would be interesting as well. I thought I would start here, and that's very similar to what I did on the other one. Which is right here. I just went around the, you know, just the perimeter of the tape. But we might want to explore on this one, because we already know what this looks like, right? I wonder if I should choose maybe a different color. I might end up doing that. And just pick certain pieces to color. Maybe not every piece. I'll pick something that's bold maybe, or just a completely different color so that it really stands out. I'm not quite done with the brown though. I'm going to keep going. You know what? Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And now a little bit more. I keep seeing areas that I missed. And plus the overall composition, you know, you want enough of each color too. Okay. So using water and blending with my finger, it does kind of come over into the main part of the tape, not just on the line. But that's okay. I don't mind that at all. Let me take a quick look and see if there's a color that I think will go, that we can add just to give kind of a pop of color. This is dark ochre. Let's see how this is going to work. I think I'll pick just a small one. That's very close to the brown. but hopefully it's different enough that you know, it will pop. And I think I want to try to use a brush this time because my finger is too blunt of an object and it's going to make it go everywhere. And I kind of want this to try to stay contained within just this little piece of tape. Alright, not bad. I have a few little pieces that I put on right at the end. So I think I will just focus on those. Okay. My husband is trying to be very quiet and get ice, which is practically impossible. It's interesting. I think I want to do one more. A little bit of water. And wow, you know, I kind of like that. I wasn't sure how that was going to turn out. I feel like I need another one up here. I think I'm going to try to do this little bitty area right here. It's actually not on a piece of tape, but kind of, you know, the space in between pieces of tape. But that's kind of where I felt I needed it. So I will break the rules this time. Okay. All right. Is that it? I tell you, it starts to get hard to see the tape because they start to run into each other. I think that might be just about it. Okay. I'm going to dry this. Okay, you know, I think I want to add one more. I'm just trying to decide where. Let's see. And then there's the top. And what I might end up doing is kind of creating my own. I'll create my own small piece. Okay, let me get the water. Just felt like it needed one more little spot. Okay. All right. Let me dry that one more time. Not bad. I want to hit this with a little bit of the brown somewhere over here. That might have been too much, but that's okay. Yeah, that got a little bit dark. That's all right. Now, as you can see, the sides have frayed. Now, you can clip it off, or you can just leave it, or you might even want to go around and see if you can't, you know, fray some more. Maybe that's the look that you like and that you're, you know, maybe you're going for that. But it's really an interesting something that you can do when you're using something that has fiber, that has cloth, and that you can pull and fray, because that really can be a cool look. All right, let's take a good look at that one. It's very different. And that is tag number 2. Okay, tag number 3. I wanted to do something different on this one, and what I did was cut a piece of lace. So I cut off a piece that had a pretty section, and I want to try to adhere that to my tag, and then from there we'll have to see. We'll see what we do. Maybe I'll try to use this Fabric Fusion. It's from Aleene's and it's permanent fabric adhesive. I've not used it in a while, so hopefully it comes out. Let's see. Does it? Oh, it does. Okay. Make sure to get the edges really well. Okay. Hopefully it sticks. Let's see. Now, this lace is a little bit stretchy, which may come in handy because I'm not sure how well I cut it. But let's just, let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go. Well, it's all covered. That's good. I'll try to press it all down. Wonder if I can use this little thing. This is just a little thing I got from the dollar store. I think it was in the makeup aisle. I'm not sure what you do. I guess you're supposed to put, I don't know, it's to spread something in the makeup aisle. A mask maybe for your face. I don't know, but it's a nice little tool to use in your craft room, and it's only $1. So that's wonderful. Okay, looks like I need a little bit more. Let's see. I'm going to try to glue that down like that. Now while I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of what kind of color, what I'm going to use to color. Or do I need to add any color at all? You know, you could just leave it with the lace on it, which is really pretty. But I do kind of want to try to add something to it, so let me think. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the extra. Oops. There's my phone. Let me get the sharp scissors. How about that? That makes things easier. Almost done. It's a beautiful day, so when I'm done with this project, I get to go mow the grass. Yay! But it's gorgeous out, so I'm actually kind of excited about it. I have a riding lawnmower, so that may answer some of your questions as to why I'm excited about it. It's not hard labor. I'm just sitting there driving. Okay. So, all right. I think I might have an idea. I was thinking of using the distressed oxides. What do you think about that? I figured, why not? I might can just try, even just to give like just a little bit of color. Might be enough. Let's see. This is one of my favorite colors, aged mahogany. So let's see what that looks like. Maybe I'll try to hit the flower. Yeah, there you go. It's not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, it's looking a little funny. I didn't dry it, so you know what? The glue is still kind of tacky. I wonder if I should probably dry that first before I continue. I think I will. It's not too bad, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the heat gun real quick. Okay, let's see. It may or may not have made any difference. Let's see if it did. Hard to tell. It's a little bit darker now, so maybe it did. That might make a difference. Or maybe it's just because I'm putting another layer on. I'm not real sure. I'm not really sure. It's okay. I just mainly wanted to give the flower part some color all of its own. So there may be something better to have accomplished that with. But hey, you know, we're trying things out. If you see what I do and you like it and you want to try to copy it, then go ahead. Or you may have a better idea. Then you go ahead and do that. Let's see. I do want to add another color. Vintage photo. How about a frayed burlap? That's an interesting color. Let's see. I think I'll use one of my little sponges. One of my little makeup sponges. Going to go around it a little bit. I don't know. Got it all over me. Ooh, this one's really like kind of juicy. It's really wet. That's good. It makes it easy to use. Okay. There we go. That's interesting. I kind of like that. I mean, why not? That's cute. Okay. Okay, so frayed burlap. Oops. And aged mahogany. Okay. I like it. I just did have another idea though. For some reason, I had the idea to stamp on it, so I'm just going to try that. I don't know that the stamping doesn't really add a texture, but it does add layers, and that's really neat. I think I want to use a walnut stain. I want to try to use that. And let's see, maybe just this top portion. Let me see. I'm not sure if that's going to show. It may not, but I will give it a try. So you can't really see what it says. It just adds a little bit of the dark ink, the walnut stain. It just adds a little bit of it around. What we could have done, if I'd thought of it soon enough, is done some stamping underneath, because with lace, with this lace, with the holes, you would be able to see it a little bit underneath of the lace. But it's too late for that at this point. But hey, that's okay. That was an idea. All right. So here is tag number 3. Okay. Before I'm done, I want to do one last thing, and I want to edge around the tag. I'm going to go for the Ground Espresso. This is archival ink, and it's permanent and waterproof. And I wanted something dark to go around this one. So there we go. Let's just go around with that. There. Okay, there's that one. This one, let's see, I might do the same. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this one just to give it a good edge. You see, I'm just using what's already on my sponge. For this one, I'm not redipping. There. Okay. Let me get a little more over here. Okay, I think that will do. This one is a lot lighter. This is, very pale and very delicate looking, so I think I'm going to go with the Vintage Photo. And let's see. The edge isn't too bad on this. Well, right here it is. I was going to say I might go ahead and use this one. As you've seen, if you've seen my other videos, this big dauber really kind of falls apart fairly easily. So that's why I was kind of feeling the edges. It does have some rough spots, so I may save it and use another one of my sponges. Here. This has a light end to it. We'll go in. Oops. And let's just go around. There we go. I think it looks so much better when it has a little edge to it. We can try to get the hole. Yeah, it's a little harder. Oh well. That's a little harder. Where's the other one? On this one, actually, I put lace over top of the hole. There we go. All right, let me get this cleaned up and we will take a look at our final product. Okay, here are the 3 tags that we made today. Take them up one by one so you can get a good look. There's the first one, which we used a stencil and modeling paste and some ink sprays. Here is the second one, where we used the cloth medical tape and the water-soluble oil pastel crayons. Okay. And here is the third one, where we use the lace and some distressed oxides to color. There you go. And here are the first ones that I did. Okay. So there you go. See, I mean, these do look very similar. Oops, is it in the, sorry. I'll put this in the frame. Back it up a little bit. Okay. There you go. So these do look similar, right? Because they are using the same piece of tape. And I did it the same way. Now you could do them differently. Maybe for this second one I should have just not cut it and used, big pieces and come up with a different design. That might have been, you might have been better served if I had done that, but you get the idea. It's just up to your imagination. And you know what? I think I really, sorry, I can't get these straight. I think I really, really like the lace one. That actually may be my favorite. That came out really cool. Well, that's it. 1, 2, and 3 of the ones we did today. So I'm interested to know which was your favorite. That's mine. It looks like there's plenty of daylight left, so I'm going to need to go mow the grass and enjoy being outside. I've been in my house for a couple of days now, so nice fresh air will do me some good. I do hope you enjoyed this video and taking a look at texture and how to add texture to your project. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up and take a look at my channel. I have over 80 videos, so see if there's something else that you might be interested in. And if so, then I'd love it if you would click that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. That would be fantastic, and I would really, really appreciate it. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Stay home, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.